Today is all about our baby. Nimi is 6 months now, and yes, he has started solids. So I'm going to show you how he reacted to cereal, avocado, and sweet potato. Okay, let's go.
Let me introduce you.
Hey, oh hi, if it's your first time here, this is Olori Esho. Please subscribe to the channel if you aren't. Thank you. Okay, so our baby is 6 months, like I said in the intro, and so we have started him on solids now, and this right here was the very first day that I introduced cereal to him. Okay, and the JJC that I had no idea what I was doing. Okay, but I was forming as if I knew, but I did not know nothing, as you will see shortly. We'll do just ooh. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Take a look at this. Just take a very good look at what I'm doing right here. Mamas, you do not want to do this. Who introduces cereal to their baby using room temperature water? Who does it? I do, or I did. Big mistake, okay? I shouldn't have done that. I should have warmed up the water a bit just to make it warm, because it's breast milk. It's usually warm, but I was not using my brain, obviously. Oh no, I'm being too hard on myself, but I really didn't know. And on the pack of the cereal, it said you could either and why am I staring it so hard as if I'm staring at that? Anyway, the pack said you could either serve it with room temperature water or warm, and I just went with room temperature water. And well, it ended on a good note. Let's just say that. Oh, look at his face. This was his very first reaction. Can you tell he's a foodie? He liked it. Yes, I did make a mistake, but luckily he liked it. So if your baby isn't 6 months yet, then please note that you should warm up the water just a little. Don't make it hot, child. You don't want to burn your baby's tongue. Yeah, so I mean, it took it, you know. There you go. Good job. You like it. Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah. Oh. So his dad came and we were like, oh, okay, come give it a shot. And at this point, I think Nimi was just over it and he wasn't interested in the cereal anymore. He wasn't accepting it. So yeah, we just kind of wrapped it up, but it was a good day. He did try. I mean, he didn't finish it, obviously, but he accepted it. You know, he didn't outrightly reject it. So the next day, I decided to try cereal again, but this time I knew better. I knew to warm it, and that was exactly what I did. So I didn't warm the cereal. I warmed the water, the bottled water that I was going to use, and right there I was just tasting it to make sure it was just slightly warm and not too hot. And I fed it to him, and he loved it. It was a lot easier for him. It wasn't as thick as I made it the previous day, even though it's a bit watery here. Now it's not as watery as this. But yeah, it took it gobbled it up, if that's the right word. And later on, he wasn't accepting it again. So I decided to feed him using a bottle, a feeding bottle, and bad idea. Mamas, don't do this, okay? It's a bad idea. The baby can choke on it. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't until after I tried this that I read on Google that it's not a good idea. He's old enough to use a spoon, so just feed him using a spoon. That was the first and last time I tried it. Didn't do it again. So after like 3 days or 3 or 4 days of feeding him cereal, we decided to take it to the next level and introduce some more foods, some more solids, starting with sweet potato. So here is going to be eating sweet potato for the first time, and he loves it. I mean, of course, it's sweet potato, but just the fact that this is the very first time he's eating it, okay, and he loves it. He's not even acting as if it's something he has never tasted before, you know? Or maybe I just have a foodie for a son. But I mean, he accepted it easily. Of course, it's sweet potato puree, and I made it, you know, using the Nutribullets that I use to make his purees. So if you're interested in that, it will be my Amazon store. I'll link it down below in the description box. Yeah, so that's what I used to make the puree with warm water. I just boiled the sweet potato, made it very, very soft, and then blended it with the water that I used to boil it. I didn't add anything, no salt, no nothing, just sweet potato and water. And yeah, he loved it. Since then, he's fed on sweet potato over and over and over again, and he always finishes his food, like always, every single time. And you know how they say that once the baby starts solids, they start to sleep better? Okay, before I talk about that, let me talk about water. So, the very first day I fed him cereal, I did not feed him water, and oh my gosh, because I didn't know he was supposed to drink water. Okay, I didn't know. Anyway, oh my gosh, he struggled so hard to pee, sorry, to poop. His poop was so hard, he strained so hard. I felt so sorry for him. But then we tried introducing water and he wasn't having it. So I spoke to my sister about it. I was like, this boy isn't taking water, what can I do? And she gave me a trick that I'm going to show you shortly. And since then he drinks, okay, he drinks water well, and his poop is a lot better, which is good. So yeah, I just fed him water, some water in between, and then finished feeding, and he finished his food. So this is how I make the water. Very simple. I just cut up some oranges, ripe oranges, and I squeeze like half, or no, not half, it's not up to half. I squeezed just a little bit into his cup. I bought a sippy cup for him already. Just it had not been delivered the day I was feeding him this, so I needed to use this feeding bottle. That's the amount of orange juice that I squeezed into the bottle, by the way, just a little. So the point is to add a little bit of flavor to the water. So I'm adding warm water now, and then I'm going to add a little bit of room temperature just to make sure it's well regulated and it's not too hot for him to drink. And that's it. That's how we're able to get him to drink. And slowly we're going to transition him from this to one more time, then to normal water, you know. But I'm just happy he's drinking water now. Okay, so on this day we decided to feed him avocados. So typically when we introduce a new solid, we introduce it and he feeds on it for like 3 days before we introduce another type. So now we're ready to introduce another one, which is avocado. And this boy shocked me. This boy likes avocado. Like, even as an adult, you see how he was staring at me just now. Because we were like, what's this? This is different. But he was trying to grab the bowl. He loves it. Every single time I fed him avocado since then, he just eats it up. I don't know why. Even I, as an adult, sometimes eat avocado and just say, it doesn't have taste, you know. But he I don't know. It's just, I mean, it just loves it. And I made it the same way I made the sweet potato, which was to just, of course, I mean, I didn't boil the avocado because it's already soft. So just peel it off, put it in the NutriBullet, blend it up into a puree paste, and yeah, I add a little bit of warm water though, just because you want it to be warm, you don't want it to be cold. And look at it. I mean, see, this one, I don't stress to feed him. I think the only thing I still have to play around a bit and, sing and dance and do whatever just to get him to finish is the cereal. But when it comes to things like avocado and sweet potato and maybe carrots, he just easily takes those. But he's eating the cereal well. We're starting our third pack of cereal tomorrow. So that's the testament to the fact that he's eating well. So I was going to talk about the fact that they say babies are supposed to sleep better once they're 6 months. Is that true? Well, I'd say it's definitely sleeping better. Okay, I mean it's still 6 months. So initially when we started the solids, I didn't see much of a difference, but like a week into him eating solids, oh my gosh, like he sleeps well. Now before at night, there are nights he will still feed up to 4 times. Yeah, it's crazy. But now these days he feeds maybe twice, you know. Sometimes very few on very few occasions 3 times, but three has been the most he has fed in the past 2 weeks, which is great. So on a good night, a night where it doesn't feed as much, it's not fuzzy as much. Oh my gosh, so adorable. It feeds just twice. So yeah, starting solids at 6 months is super exciting for me because I'm just excited to have him sleep better, and even during the day he's not as cranky, he's a whole lot more relaxed. And I'm glad I did 6 months exclusive breastfeeding, and he's still breastfeeding, by the way. It's still breastfeeding. Breastfeed is nice. Breastfeed in the morning. But I have a calendar that I'm going to share with you later. But I have a calendar that I've created personally that I'm working with, and it's working for us right now. See, he loves the water, and he just takes it, and that helps him poops a whole lot better. So for the mamas out there, I hope this was very, very helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was educative. Please subscribe to the channel if you aren't. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Do remain in God, and God bless you. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas and a beautiful New Year. Mwah. Bye.